is some sour grape goodness. Alright, it's delivery day at the post office, and got a bunch of last week's sales going out the door. So if you are waiting on some swim baits or some craws and some other things from me, why is this not focused? They are going out in the mail. So always a good feeling when these leave the nest. So I hope those will bring all of you good fishing fortune. So anyone who's been pouring baits for more than just a few years might recognize the name Bear's Baits. I always forget that I have this mold. It's in my truck, and I never remember to put it in my shop. Check this out. That's the old school Bear's Baits Rosso Craw. I believe it's Bear's. Maybe that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bear's. I don't think it's Caney Creek. But yeah, some of you old timers like me will recognize the Bear's Baits brand. I don't believe he's in business any longer, and I wish him all the best. Whitley, what you know? You want to go potty? You want to go outside? Y'all ready to go outside? All right, let's do it. So if any of y'all are ever looking for the worst way possible to store colorants, I recommend just putting them in a big Tupperware. That way they can just all leak out because they're not upright. Look, I was looking for some old brown pigment that I know is in here. Look at this. That's all pigment that has leaked out, onto the bottom. And there's some MF strawberry. Okay, well, this is embarrassing, but I need some brown. Here it is, brown. Yeah, we got a lot of work to do to clean up that mess. Well, that's certainly cleaned up a little bit better, but they're just gonna leak out again over time, so I'll just have to get more shelf space. That's pretty much the moral of that story. Anyway, I thought that was too funny not to share. Now that is a pretty sight, and on that note, we're actually gonna start the video. Hope y'all enjoyed a little intro blog, but now let's get to making some color. All right, everybody, welcome back to the World's Worst Fishing. I'm Chris Jones. Thanks for being here today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. All that good stuff. Tell your friends. We are on the road to 70,000, and hopefully from there on 100,000. So if we can, if we can pick up another 10,000 subs or so, I'm going to do a huge giveaway. So hopefully when we get to about 80. With that said, I'm going to try a color today that has kind of been my nemesis. And it's not a difficult color fundamentally. It's just a two-color laminate. Sour grape. So sour grape to me is a lot like sprayed grass. And sprayed grass is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, I should throw it back and do some sprayed grass just because I enjoy it. However, sour grape, on the other hand, has always just given me the fits. So we're going to try it today, and I think it's going to be fun. We're going to line up a few different molds and see what it looks best in, see if I can even dial it in to begin with, and I think it's going to be fun. This is actually one of my nemesis colors. I've never made a sour grape that I was truly, I truly felt like I had nailed it. So I think it's going to be fun. We're going to mix up our dead-on plastic, and let's go. Since I plan on kind of doing a mixed bag of stuff, I'm definitely going to do some jerk baits. I'll probably do some ecto craws and something else because I want to see what all my sour grape looks good in. We're going to use a nice medium blend of plastic. So this is the Dead On Plastics Black Bucket Swim Bait Blend. And we're going to get it mixing up here. And then we're going to measure it out. And then we've got to get out like some purple and green colors and a bunch of green flakes. And that's going to hopefully make a good sour grape. All right, so I have my 2 cups measured out to about 2 cups each. And we're going to pop them in the microwave. I probably need about 8 minutes with my microwave. So we'll meet you back then. And hopefully we can get this right. Okay, there's our sour grape. And you can see it's just sort of like a light purple, almost a June bug because it has that green flake. And it's laminated over sort of a light watermelon green, also with green flake. So there again, not a difficult color, but I think just the challenge of getting the colors to play nice together, and for the purple to not overpower the green, and then the green to not lighten the purple up too much. It's been a struggle. I haven't tried it in a long time, but I gave this color a lot of time and just never got it. So hopefully, you know, a year or two wiser, maybe we can get it today. All right, so let's see if we can do it. I want to start with one of my favorite purples. Just straight purple, right? And I'm really not kidding when I say this color has caused me a lot of problems. I'm not just saying that just for dramatic effect. It's been a problem. Now I want to cut it with a little bit of black grape, which is a darker purple. Because, think about it, we're going to be laminating this purple side with a brighter green, which is going to brighten that purple just from being laminated with a brighter shade. So anytime you have two colors that you laminate into the same bait, those two colors are going to play off of each other, and one might darken or brighten the other. And so it can kind of change the hue. So you might think, oh, I have a really dark purple, then you laminate it with something lighter, and then, oops, my purple doesn't quite look as dark as I wanted it to be. And that's what's tricky about laminates, is the color building aspect to it. Yes, learning your dual injector and learning your temperature control is hard, but this is the hard part in my opinion. So now we're going to add some watermelon base. Come on now. I didn't shake up my watermelon. There we go. And you could tell that it was a pretty see-through watermelon base. So it's not like a super thick watermelon base. However, it almost looked brighter. Almost like it was a little bit more chartreuse to it, but some of that might be because of the flake. So I want to go ahead and get my flakes in there because this green flake might kind of brighten things up. And from what I could tell, it was small green flake, which is what this is, the 0.015 size. And then it was, yeah, see how that's just a little bit brighter already? And then it was the big size green flake. So they jumped from like the itty bitty stuff all the way to like the full size stuff. This is the 0.062. Which is cool because I like a lot of texture with my flakes. So instead of running a color where I'm using only the same size flake, I might run a few different sizes. So something like that. So I don't know, that's actually looking really good. It might need to be brightened, but we're on the right track, I think. And similarly, we have the same exact flakes over here in the purple side, which, you know, this by itself could pass for Junebug. Okay, so basically, yeah, just make Junebug and then watermelon green, which might be all Zoom actually did. You know, why overcomplicate things, especially at a production level? You know, they already had probably both of those recipes and then decided to laminate them one day, and voila, you have a whole new color. So let's kind of drizzle out a little bit on the tables here, just to see how they're gonna play together. Mix them up just a little bit. And that right there is sort of how I can see what the colors are gonna look like when they interact with one another. So now that these are next to each other, mixed in, I can kind of tell what I've got, so to speak. So I'm looking at my sour grape sample that we just did there, and already the purple might actually be too dark. You know, if you remember, I darkened it on purpose so that when it interacts with that lighter green, it won't look too light. So that was kind of to plan for, I guess, the purple looking brighter. But even that still looks a little darker than the Zoom example. But this still really might work. All right, we're just gonna run like one sample in the grass grenade real fast, just to see if I like what we have. It doesn't have to be an exact match to Zoom, but I just want a sour grape that I can be proud of, and I've never had it, so here we go. All right, it looks pretty good on the top of the mold there, so we will see what happens. All right, let's see how the sample did. Drum roll, please. Dun 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 dun. Ooh. Okay. Let's turn it around. Oh, microwave's done. Yeah, check that out. So there it is from the... Oh yeah, that's got the vibe. That's got the vibe. So right off the bat, like I was saying, the purple is actually a little too dark. You know what, let me try to get this in some better lighting. Alright, yeah, hopefully that's a little bit better there. Really pretty though. I mean, it's definitely sour grape to me. But I think the purple being lighter makes it look a little bit more sour, if you know what I mean. So let's look at the picture real fast. Let me try to pull it up. Yeah, you can see how much brighter the purple is. It's just a little bit brighter. Mine's a little more June buggish. Okay, we're back, and we have measured out an entirely new cup of purple. We used a lot less black grape, so it's a much brighter purple. And based on my little swirly example on the table, I'm really confident in these. So confident, in fact. We're going to do a full run, so if these turn out bad, then I wasted a bunch of plastic, but here we go. This is going to be great, folks. Oh my God, we ran out of plastic on that last one. Oh, what a fail. But that color's gonna look good. All right, here's round two. That last mold did not fill, but these are, yes, okay. These look, yes. Okay, these definitely look a little more sour grape. Oh, yes, look at that, okay. So it's the tails where the magic happens. So if I just kind of look at that purple and green right there, that's where you can tell if your two sides are really what they need to be. Check those out. And then, boom, check that out. Obviously that image right there has been brightened. It's been, you know, professionally taken and, you know, altered, photoshopped, whatever, to make it look better. Sure. This is just raw footage here, but I think I got super close on these. Yeah, there it is. That's some sour grape. I would say the only thing is I could even get away with using less watermelon pigment, and therefore it would appear even a little bit lighter and brighter. Okay, this I'm excited about. I'm excited to see it in a jerkbait because And I don't know if Zoom, oh yeah, I don't know if Zoom ever actually made it in a jerkbait. But I've always really liked this color. And I've always thought, jerkbait. So as you can see, without the same sort of tail section, it looks much more, I guess, saturated, right? There's not as much light shining through it. Yeah, everything always looks better kind of held up in the light, where you can see the light play off of it, right? Now that is some sour grape goodness. What do y'all think? Yeah, you can see it much better there, where you can see a little bit of light play on it. And in fact, let me do that same thing with the grass grenades. Yeah. Now that's some sour grape right there. Yes. That's more like it. This is how I need to start filming all my videos. Just holding the baits up to the light so that you can really see the coloring. Yeah, that's a winner right there. Look at that. All right, yeah, this is like maybe the first time that I've really liked a sour grape that I've ever made. All right, got a couple of different molds here, some new molds, and I think these are gonna be super cool now that the color is dialed in pretty well, so let's see what we can do. All right, I'm feeling pretty confident about this one right here. All right, we're gonna see how my sour grape looks in the bug real fast. And then we're gonna get out some different molds just to see what all it looks like. Oh my God, in a few different offerings. Yes, look at how it blends color there in the extremities. Oh my Lanta, that looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, there's some sour grapeness. Sour grape, ladies and gentlemen. But you know, just like everything else, there's still something about it that could be better. And here is punch bug number 2. Yes. All right. Yeah. Y'all want to know what movie I've discovered recently? Well, sorry, rediscovered. Let me be very clear. Rediscovered recently is the original Predator from 1987. Man, what an awesome action movie. I've got all my favorite Predator lines stuck in my head. You know, if it bleeds, we can kill it. And there's a little ecto crawl action there in our sour grape. Look at that. It's such a photogenic bait. Such a photogenic mold. Yeah, there it is. Little sour grape action there. What do y'all think so far of this color? Is it a color that you've ever used in your own fishing? Is it a color that you would use? What type of bait do you think would look best in this sour grape color? Definitely leave me some comments below. All right, well, I wanted to try it out in some worm, I guess, examples. So there it is there in the 3.6 AI action worm. Yeah, looks pretty good there. Little drop shot worm. You can see the colors play really nicely in the tails. And then I also did it in the mid-mag, which is like a really thick finesse worm. So hold it up there, you can kind of see it. Hold it in some light. A really thick finesse worm. So yeah, I would say sour grape is kind of like, it's kind of like one of those colors that to me just works really well in everything. I mean, everything here looks really great. Nothing's a dud. I would say probably the jerkbait is my least favorite in it. But I think it's a color that if you can dial it in, and for some reason, you know, this one's always been really difficult for me, but if you can dial it in, I think it's a really stunning color. I mean, here's, you know, I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. All right, let's pan in for some sour grape goodness. What do y'all think? Number 1, do you even like this color? Number 2, do you think we, oops, covering up those ectocrawls there. Do you think we did a good job matching it? And what bait is your favorite? Do you like the traditional finesse worm? Do you like the drop shot worm? Do you like a little punch and crawl? Do you like a more traditional crawl with ecto? Do you like the stinger? Do you like it in a jerk bait? Look at that. What else would this look good in? I'm curious what y'all think below. If I had to pick a favorite, I think the mold that displays this color best is the punch bug. I mean, just look at it. That's going to be thumbnail right there. Yeah, that's definitely going to be thumbnail. Which one was your favorite? Please comment down below. So I'm just kind of messing around here, doing a little like packaging simulation. You know, I like to just add a few drops of worm oil depending on what I'm packaging. So these are my bait company's logo bags here. Get some of that oil. Gotta like shake them up to get the oil all on them. Yeah, there we go. There's some sour grapes in the bag. And I get a lot of questions about where you get bait bags, these custom printed bags, and the short answer is China. The long answer is China. So the process that these laminate printed worm bags, I guess the process is sort of a specialty process. The ink is actually printed during the production of the physical bag. It's not printed on the surface. It's actually in one of the layers, because these have to be laminated in a certain way that they can keep all the plasticizer oils in. So not only do you have to get the right type of bag, it's a very expensive process to have them printed. So pretty much you can really only get them done in China, and you have to get several thousand at a time. It's a very expensive process. So, you know, my advice to any new bait makers who might want to start a business is don't invest in professional printed bags. You want to spend those thousands of dollars in, you know, materials and developing a good product. But anyway, there it is. From complete start to finish in the bag, some sour grape. Alright everybody, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you had a good time watching, found it you know, informative and entertaining. If you're looking to get into this hobby, I have some great educational videos in terms of laminates. So what we did today, double color injection, 2-color injection laminates. I have several videos on how you can succeed at laminates right away. Just look up the guide to laminates. I also have a small series called Quick Tips, which so far the videos in there talk about proper plastisol preparation. You know, I have several videos on hand pouring, high-end hand pouring, all kind of stuff, triple injections. So if you're looking to get into this hobby, you are in the right place. Feel free to reach out to me via direct message on my Instagram account, and I will try to help you out if you have any questions about this hobby. So anyway, sour grape, I'm really happy with this. Like I said, it's been a pain to do it in the past. Like, I feel like I've done much more difficult colors much easier than sour grape. I don't know what it is. But anyway, so there's always going to be that color out there that's just going to be a thorn in your side, and you just can't do it no matter how many times you do it, but there will come the day. So anyway, it might look simple, but this one has been very difficult for me, and it's nice to get something that I really like. So this is by far the best one I've ever done. But I'm gonna head out, getting a little tired holding this camera up here. So I will catch everyone in the next video, and we'll see you then.